Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls.
Kina dada hawa warembo ambao sasa hivi they are making headlines kwenye kipindi maarufu Real Housewives of Nairobi. Farah, Zena, how are you ladies?
Yes, season ngapi? Season 2.
Season 2, eh? Yeah. How are you?
Doing great.
Allah.
Karibuni sana.
Asante.
Farah, unajua Kiswahili? Ama unajua Kifaransa?
Kidogo sana.
Kidogo sana.
Umetokea wapi Farah? Where are you from?
So nizewa hapa, so I'm Kenyan. At the Khan Hospital, lakini alienda Canada. Mwaka 16. Alafu nilisahau.
Mwaka ngapi?
16.
Ukasahau Kiswahili.
Oh, you went for 16 years.
And I forgot.
Zena unamcheke
No, she's doing great. I mean, I'm very proud of her.
But zote naongea English, so really,
But
Swahili is like kitchen Swahili. I will embarrass myself.
Which other language? Do you know any Kenyan languages?
You're
any
doing
other?
Great. You're doing great. You're doing great.
Not really.
Not really.
No.
Zena.
No, nikwega. Yeah, like I speak a little bit here and there.
And Kijaluo Koro. Not that one.
Yeah.
Zena.
Yes,
Mambo vipi?
Salama.
Wewe ni sasa wewe Kiswahili ndio sasa wewe.
Alhamdulillah.
Mtokea wapi Zena?
Promosha. Mimi ni Mtaita.
Mzinyi?
Yes.
Kwa sina maana.
Kama anajikuta saa hii. Anatamani kusikia aje. Sawa. Family members.
Right, like I said, I have the roots from the coast. So, I mean, my dad back then when he was working, he used to work in Mombasa. So we would visit Mombasa quite a bit. We have a home there.
Okay.
My grandmother lived there. So, yeah.
Sasa wewe utaongea Kiswahili kile cha Mombasa, afu Farah atakuwa tuna
Swahili ya Nairobi.
Swahili.
No, wewe ongea Swahili yako.
You ladies, kipindi kime start ku air the other day. Experience ikoje? You guys were not public figures, right? Hamkuwa kwenye macho ya
Yo,
I
especially
know.
me, I'm like a virgin.
Yeah, in this
Yani ndo wamenitoa, you know, wamenitoa usichana yani.
Farah.
Mlijipataje kwanza pale?
Yeah, no,
Was it through auditions
I'm
ama?
kind of used to doing radio TV. I've been in the bodybuilding world in Kenya for 10 years. And so, you know, I have been a celebrity in that sense.
Okay.
But this is a different celebrity. This is very different.
Because actually sasa kwenye kipindi hiki watu wanawafuatilia maisha yenu, isn't it?
Right.
So tangu kipindi kianze ku air, Zena, maisha yako impact imekuwa gani?
To be quite honest, other than just being talked about, watu kuniongelea katika mitandao, me, I'm a very private person. Although if you look at my Instagram profile, you may not think I'm private, but I'm really, really private. I'm so guarded. I don't let people into my life. Sina ati marafiki, nitakwambia na marafiki 100. Sina, yani wakifika 5 yani wamezidi sana. Kwa hiyo ni mtu mimi nimekuwa na maisha yangu ya kivyangu. Kwa hivyo sasa hivi it's really
Nasikia
pressure ipo. Especially every week when the show airs. You know, I don't leave my house.
Really?
Na ile ni mashine ya ukweli kabisa.
Kabisa yani, you know, let me tell you something. When I was scouted, because I never even imagined myself to be, you know, in public like that. And so when I was scouted, you know, when you're taken there, you're told you need to bring your authentic self. And so prior to all this, I used to think all these reality shows are scripted. Yani, I say, acha nikwambie.
Niambie.
Mimi ni kama nilichukuliwa nikatupwa kwenye mto uliojaa papa. You know, like the deep end, and then you're left there to swim. So, kwangu imekuwa ni experience very tofauti sana. Kwa sababu kwanza nimekutana na watu ambao sina uzoefu nao. Nimekutana nao kwa mara ya kwanza. We are all from different walks of life, and then there you are. You're supposed to either get along and be there, and so it's really a lot, especially for me mentally and emotionally. It did take a toll on me.
Okay.
But I've also learned to, you know, the show. Yani nimekuwa na subra kidogo, because I'm not patient. I'm not a patient person. Yeah. Lakini show imenipa subra kiasi, kwa sababu half the time hata mkiwa hata kukiwa kuna matatizo, usually mimi huwa tu I just shut down. I'll block you, I'll evil. Lakini sasa hapa you're forced to sit and talk about these issues.
Hapo sasa.
So inakuwa it's a whole, yani ni kitu tofauti kabisa.
Kitu ambacho huko umeki.
Yeah.
For you, Farah, you have been in the public eye, you know, as you're doing your body. Na utatufanyia leo.
Fitness.
Yes. Hapo sawa.
Mambo ni kama haya.
So how's been the experience so far since Kipindi started airing?
So I think it's similar to Zena. So while I'm in the public eye for bodybuilding, and I'm on a different stage, I'm a bodybuilding stage, I think this is a different public eye where you let people into your lifestyle. And I think, as Zena says, it's this whole experience of being with women that you haven't selected to be with.
Yes.
Right? And to learn. And we're all very different women, how we interact. Also understanding, you know, what is the show about? We were learning. Zena and I knew at this. We were the newbies in the show. We were learning
You
every
are
day.
a corporate woman yourself.
I'm a corporate woman. I'm used to things running on time. This thing was like, that was the biggest challenge for me, honestly. In
Good, yeah.
entertainment.
For real?
Yeah,
When we see on the show kwamba somebody came 3 hours later.
When
When
it
you
was
kweli
3
anakuja 3
hours
hours
For
late.
real.
Yes.
5, 7.
Hey!
Towards well, I've done that. Oh, no.
Oh,
Yes.
so we-
Zena's also done that.
Yeah. No, but let me tell you, yani I say pressure. I'm mjui too, because you need to go there looking correct. You know, you need to be at the top of your game, kwa sababu pale ukiingia kila mtu anakuangalia, yani
Unakaguliwa.
unadondolewa, sio kukaguliwa. Kudondolewa kama vile unavodondoa mchele. Yani umeingia, umevaa nini, umebeba nini, ilikuwa vipi, nyele iko vipi, nini. Yani kuna hiyo pressure and you don't realize it.
Was in
Now-
the event and outside. So on the screen now, when you see yourself,
Kwa sababu-
because you're like, oh my God, what was I wearing that day?
Kwa sababu Kipindi kimeanza na drama mingi. Watu wamemwagiana
Sijafanikiwa
maji
kuona
kule.
unajua.
Juzi Dr. C anatupia watu, no, what's that?
Dr. C
Nine.
ile moja.
Ndio alikuwa atupia Dr. C. It's been crazy.
it's
Zena
getting-
shakwaruzana na Dr. C.
Tayari?
Interview hii hata sidhani ingefanyika kama Dr. C angekuwa hapa.
When you haven't seen
Na zile bifu za ukweli.
I haven't
it's
seen
getting
anything.
crazy.
Zena zile bifu za ukweli.
Yani from the heart, from the roots, from whatever it is.
Wacha
the
tuzidiscuss tukirudi.
the beef are beefing.
Eh.
It's
Do
the
you have any
whole-
beefs yet, Farah, that we haven't seen?
We've had some beefs. We all have beefs. Listen, we're women. Women together, we have beefs.
We'll definitely clash.
You know,
man.
one of the things I said in the show was, it was interesting when I was also scouted, because again, this is a show about women. You put 5, 6 women together. It's very interesting. You know, I work in the corporate world. I work with a lot of men. I've worked in security and law. Men handle things very differently. You know, it's like, hi, let's go have a beer, right? And let's just go settle our differences and we're
Yeah.
done. We forget.
Clever thinks it's already happening. Let's go have a beer. Clever thinks he's being asked to go and have a beer.
Exactly.
Sijui utani.
But with women, wait till the reunion. That beef from episode 1 is coming out.
So, Farah, you were talking about your career.
Yeah.
How are you employed, or you have your own businesses? Actually, tuambieni, what exactly do you do?
What do I do,
Uh-huh.
right? So I'm actually trained as a lawyer. So I have a science degree, a law degree, and MBA. So
what
I'm
now?
a very
Science degree?
corporate, an
Oh.
environmental science. I want to save the world. I was in the field of ESG a long time ago. Like I wanted to do this whole thing of, it's not just about the profit, it's about the impact. I studied in Canada, worked in the US for an education company, and then I came back to Kenya. I was on a plane with someone who was part of Vision 2030, and he said, you know what, we need Kenyans to come back. We need people like you. There's too much brain drain. We need you to come back and help our country. So I remember that conversation, and I saw a job posted here in Kenya for an education company called Bridge. It was a very early startup in sustainable strategy and social enterprise, and they were building schools in the slums. So I came back in 2012, and the rest is history. I strayed on because I realized that this is where the future is.
All right.
Africa is where it's going to be, and I want to be a part of it. And this is home. I mean, I was born here, and I was so proud to come back and see what I could do. So I really work in corporate governance, in working with really C-level executives
Okay,
and non-executives. So I appoint people to boards. I hire C-level people. I advise boards. I also, I'm a co-owner of Boyden, which is a search firm, board advisory. Also co-owner of F45. It's a fitness studio from Australia. And so really, I'm a corporate person. I used to be in-house lawyer, and now I've moved into more of an entrepreneurship area,
Okay,
but
all
still
right.
very much in corporate and fitness.
Okay, interesting. Zena, wewe sasa shughuli zako ni kama zipi pale?
Mimi na shughuli nyingi tu. Kwa kitu cha kwanza mimi ni mfanyi biashara. Na biashara kadhaa Nairobi. My background is in sales and marketing.
Really?
Yes, but even back then when I was in school, I was still really, I really wanted to get into entrepreneurship, and I used to have my side businesses even while I was employed. I've worked for corporate for a bit, and then I dived into business now fully.
Okay.
About, say, how many years now? Lord.
It's been a while.
Like, it's been over, I think, 18 years now in business. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, so I am the owner of Glamscott Kenya. Glamscott Kenya is a beauty company, and now I'm in the process of launching my own skincare line. It's called Skin Sana. It's a dream that I've always had. Asante. Yani naifanyia kazi. It's not.
Niliona juzi alikuwa ni drip?
Yeah.
Yes. Those drips.
Yes.
Zile drip watu wanaweka siku hizi jamani.
Ndo mambo ya kisasa rafiki
Ndo mambo ya
yangu.
kisasa.
Ndio mambo ya kisasa. So nina kampuni tofauti. So Glamscott Kenya yenyewe inakuja kama what is it called? Glamscott Kenya inafanya kazi ya kuuza cosmetics. And then I have Zella Aesthetics, which is in the medical aesthetics field. And then I also have another company called Art Infinity, which is in the real estate. I do concept developments. I got into that by flux, but personally, I am a creative, like born creative.
I'm a creative side.
Yes, and so my very first landmark project was, I'm one of the first people to start the strip malls in Kenya, and I think that was the first one in, actually in Nairobi, or actually in Kenya. It's called Agwings Arcade. That was my first project. I did the concept development, I did the drawings, of course with the help of a professional who's an architect, and then of course I'm also into leasing of properties. So that was my very yes.
Lakini sasa mtu atashangaa mbona mwa kwenye kipindi ambacho kina mbwembwe hivi. Alafu sasa watu wanakufananisha sana na Vera Sidika ambaye iko kwenye kipindi pia. Actually Clemo alikuwa afikiri ni Vera alipokuona yeye. Watu wanafikiri wanawalinganisha. Body types alikuwa nje, not here.
Okay.
Hata shakuwa adui.
No. Listen, no, I love Vera. No, she's a sweet person, honestly speaking.
Okay.
I met her on the show. Of course, people would be preempting like, oh, she may not like you, but you're like, we are in two different worlds.
Okay.
We're two different worlds. Maybe we have some similarities, but I still say, no, she's very unique.
No, most likely people are looking at your body. Chef, bwana siwe. But have you done any work? Umetengeneza mwili?
No, kwanza tuanzie hapa. Mimi God took his time on me. Okay? God took his time on me. Of course, I've had a little bit of work done here and there, but minimal. I
Here
must
and
say,
there.
yes.
Okay.
But what I do, yes,
Wapi?
I've had a liposuction.
A liposuction.
Yes, just a liposuction.
Oh, okay.
My booty is my booty.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
Liposuction unatolewa tu mbele hivi.
Peke yake, yeah.
Hiyo ndo anasema nitafanya.
Yeah.
Kwa unataka kuongeza labda?
Actually, let me tell you, matako yamekuwa mengi, umjui mwenye matako ya kweli na matako aliyoyanunua.
Kabisa.
I just feel like I really want to be in Farah's, I want to make mine, smaller. I want to make mine smaller.
You do?
Yeah. I do. Yeah. I do. So, and of course, regularly I would do procedures like liposhots just to maintain, because like my liposuction was way back in, I think, 2019, 2020. Of course, to be able to maintain, I'm an Ozempic fanatic because I like taking, shortcuts for I can be big. Okay, I can blow up. So I do those kind of, and of course my facial treatments. That is something that is splash. It's on my page. Like if you were to go to my business page, I am the first person there and the last person there. So I do fillers, Botox, all those kind of things I do.
Gani nifanye sasa. Tuko na Farah, tuko na Zena ambao unaona sasa hivi kwenye kipindi cha Real Housewives of Nairobi season 2. Nyote wawili ndio mara yenu ya kwanza kuingia kwenye hichi kipindi because we're on season 2. Sasa tuende kwenye kipindi. We dive right in. I was watching the show the other day, Farah. I noticed that katika mazungumzo rahisi, everybody else there ana familia, watoto. Kwako wewe you don't have kids, right?
No, I have frozen eggs.
Let's talk about that.
They're there, but they're still
what is frozen eggs.
Yeah.
Tell Clemo what it is.
So they're eggs waiting to be born.
Oh.
Yes, people do that.
Yeah.
So zimewekwa wapi?
Like a fridge.
Oh my God! When did you do this?
So for me, I was married, and when the relationship was ending, so I was actually married to someone, and it was a tumultuous relationship. It ended, and we were trying to have children when we were married. So at that point, I was lucky to be in the United States, but you can do this here in Kenya as well.
You can do it right now?
You can do it right now in Kenya. They used to do this for women with cancer. They use the eggs, so it's insurance. You can have children in the future. And so the technology was there, and we don't talk about it a lot, and especially women with careers. You need to make a choice.
Of
Do
course.
I have children? It takes you out of the corporate world, and then it's really hard to come back, and I see it all the time. Or do you continue down the corporate ladder and you wake up and you're 40 and very successful, but you can't have children? After 35, your egg health drops. So really, I don't know what made me do it, but at the time, I think I had a stroke of, I think I need to do this. So I froze my eggs, and they sit in the United States, and it is insurance for me having children. But yeah, so I don't have children. I have a niece. I love her to death. I love children. It's not that I don't like children. It's been the opportunity, and then now I'm at the path of, do I have them myself, or do I still wait for this right man in Nairobi to be with to have children?
Okay. Can this be now? On this show, we connect people.
So you also do matchmaking.
We do matchmaking on this show.
I'm wondering why you have a problem getting somebody when your friend is...
It's not that. I have high standards.
What's your dream guy?
I'm not going to put it out there right now.
Why not? They might be in this studio.
The dream guy, actually, I think for every woman. So as a career woman and someone who's made it myself, it's not about the money. It's about someone to grow with, companionship. I think it's not about needing a man. I know men like to feel like they're needed.
I know.
It's not that. Like, I can take care of myself. I can buy myself flowers, as that song goes.
You shouldn't be buying yourself flowers, honey.
But it's more about the right companion.
If he cannot buy flowers, he shouldn't even be there. He shouldn't be in a relationship in the first place. No, I'm serious. Like, what are you bringing to the table?
Exactly.
Really?
So that's the thing. Honestly, it's what they're bringing to the table in a partnership. It's an equality.
Yeah.
In the end, it's about being happy. If you're not happy every day, life is too short.
Okay.
If you're in the relationship for the wrong reason, and so
But do you think if you were with somebody who was in a different social status, that relationship would
wacha
work?
nikuulizie hiyo swali.
Okay.
Zena, wewe mwenyewe binafsi,
Yeah.
unaweza kuwa na mwanamume ambaye hana kipato? Hata nimemchekesha.
Why are you even getting into a relationship in the first place if you don't even have a job? Go get you a job. Love yourself to get you some shmoney. Life is much easier when there's shmoney.
So it's not even a conversation that
No. We're not having that conversation. Listen, I am not here to rescue anybody's son. Okay? Go out there, get a job, do whatever you need to do, get your life,
Together.
Yes. You are not coming. What are we going to be discussing anyway? Finances are just as important in any relationship. It's not really about, there's the money part. Because and I know I'll be misquoted. Najua watu wataniita mchimba migodi, kizungu wanaoita gold diggers, and those are the men who have nothing. There's nothing to dig from them, but they'll be the first people to call you out. But then I'm just saying, if you're going to be in a relationship, what is a man supposed to be in a relationship? A provider, a protector. Now, I'm not saying that come in and take my bills 100%, but if we're going to have a life together, then that also is just as important.
Okay.
So, my friend,
haiwezekani.
Huwezi
kuwa na mwanaume ambaye
nasema aje, mtoto wangu mwenyewe anafanya kazi, anatafuta hela. Nina kazi gani ya kumleta mwanamume ambaye hana kipato kwenye maisha yangu? Aje kufanya nini?
Hivi I saw you say on the show you are divorced.
Not divorced. I've been engaged several times.
Nimekumbuka ulisema complicated.
Complications.
Ulisema uko kwenye complications.
So until they, and I say they
ni wengi Clemo.
Yani nyinyi mtajaza ni wangapi, ila nasema hivi. Until they level up, because I'm not just gonna sit back and just be there with somebody who's not giving me what I want or leveling up to the level that I want him to be or he should be. You understand? I'm not desperate. I'm not I have absolutely no problem being in my own space alone. It's not a must that I'm in a relationship. Yeah, but until then, I ain't claiming nobody who's not claiming me.
Complications.
So I think this is why Zena and I are housewives. We're powerhouses.
Yeah.
We don't need to have someone. It's about the right person who adds value.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're not desperate.
And
we got our stuff together.
This is the real Housewives of Nairobi, not the desperate Housewives of Nairobi.
Asante studio.
Yeah.
Tukibakia hapo kwenye kipindi. Zena umeingia kwenye kipindi already mna mfurugano na Dr. C. And nakumbuka kipindi cha kwanza, the first episode, there was that what's your claim to fame? Ilikuwa ni event yake. Ilikuwa ni event yake.
It was my first time I was meeting her.
Mahusiano yako na Dr. C amefika wapi sasa hivi?
Good question.
Right? Farah anaunga mkono. Chana kuongezea mic.
Would the answer be watch the show?
Yeah, I think just watch the show. I really to me she's a non-issue, so I don't even like speaking about her. I really don't care where we are, where we'll be, where we're going. It's really not. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
I mean, it kikwetu sisi ama kawaida ya binadamu yoyote, unapokutana na mtu kwanza unamkaribisha. Now the issue wasn't that whatever she was asking me, it's just how it happened. And so every other time, even when you watch the second episode, you try to make things better. And then she comes to my event, and that event was really, really close to my heart. And, she just came and she was just out of order. And even going ahead to call me a mistress. I mean, if I was a mistress, I would claim it, honey. Because if I'm going to be a mistress, I'm going to be a mistress to a billionaire. I'm not going to be a mistress to just anybody. And really, I don't even think I owe that explanation to anyone. I am a fully grown woman, but how she brings it, and there's I don't think she has any backing. Yani ni mtu tu, kama ushamwona mtu anaenda kwenye jaa lile la takataka na ukota matakataka anakuja anayaleta. Kwangu mimi namuona yani ni mtu wa aina hiyo.
Okay.
And so I don't vibe with such people.
Okay.
But let's wait and see what happens on the show.
Okay.
But there's a lot to be
ya kujionea kwenye Real Housewives pale.
It's going to be very interesting.
Well, on that episode ambayo imefanyika hiyo Fridays when we were seeing that, and tukakuona Farah, ulikuwa unamuondoa Dr. C, ukaenda kumuongelesha, you were speaking to her privately. Ina maana kwamba your relationship with her is a good, you're in a good place with Dr. C. Kwa sababu ulikuwa unamwambia, no, in boardrooms we don't do that. What's your relationship with with her?
For me on the show, and just me personally, I am a peacemaker.
Oh, okay.
I'm a lawyer. I've done settlements. I don't like disputes. I'm also the eldest child. I like to solve problems. So I think that day, and I realized what was going on. I know the back of it because of the previous event.
Okay.
I could see this thing escalating. I needed to move somebody out of the room.
Okay.
What you do is you move the escalator out of the room. So I moved her around, but also with her, I knew what the tag is. I know for her, she wants to sit on boards. This is not something that's going to get you in the boardroom. Behavior like that, being late, things like that. So I needed to remind her, and there had to be something to bring her down.
Okay.
This thing, you saw tissues flying, things going on, and I also needed to get out of there, to be honest.
Okay.
So I pulled her aside to try and get her away and kind of dissolve the dispute that was happening, as you could see.
I just remembered Mine's comment about you. I see she looks like a man. You remember?
How do you think I look like a man?
Absolutely not. Absolutely. Actually, I couldn't wait to see you. How was that comment? Especially.
Yeah.
Especially later, that time you guys were filming. Yeah. Right now, Imeenda Hewani,
Oh, no, that comment came up a lot, but it's not the first time.
Okay.
So, my background is a female bodybuilder. So my job in being a bodybuilder is to build muscle as much as I can naturally and get on stage and compete on an international platform after winning in Kenya. So when I'm out there, I know I'm building muscle. But female bodybuilders get that comment all the time. Okay. You look like a man. But the problem is, and I did an article in the Nation this last week, and it's about the misconceptions. And what this does, though, is when you have comments like that, really body shaming about muscle, then it's when it comes from a place where you're out there talking about it, but it's not coming from actual facts. It's so important for women to have muscle and men to have muscle. There's so much that goes in the body when you have muscle is your largest organ.
Did it hurt you when she said that?
I hear it so much. And honestly, Mine and we've been on the show. Mine throws little things, and she's very good at it. She throws little digs. Thing is, whether you take it personally, I could have taken it personally, going this body shaming, blah blah blah. But I know, first of all, it's not the first time I've heard it. Secondly, I think what it does is gives us an opportunity to have a conversation.
Okay,
I did in the Nation, and I said, you know what, we're having a conversation on this, and there's so much misinformation, and for women and men, as we get older, we lose muscle, and it's the biggest issue for health. So building muscle has so much positive that comes out of it in your body, in your system, your metabolism, maintaining your glucose, everything. There's just so much. I'm not going to go into it. Today's not that. We can have another day and talk about it. And the problem is, it dissuades women from lifting weights. I'm not saying every woman should be a bodybuilder. It's an extreme sport. It's my personal decision.
Jamani, hatuwezi Farah sisi wengine wetu, labda tumtubebe.
Right.
Mimi sitainua chochote. So wakati ulikuwa tunaanza kuzungumza Zena, kuna kitu umemention na nimekikumbuka sasa hivi. By the way, msikilizaji, tunakuhusu about Real Housewives of Nairobi, about the lit show sasa hivi inaruka kwenye Showmax. So unaweza kuangalia every Friday a new episode.
Yes.
Umesema every Friday hauondoki kwa nyumba?
No, wasitoki nyumbani.
Na duko tu bado episode 2 mama.
Na duku. Kila kitu, I'm telling you.
Does it make you feel like you want to regret coming on the show?
Not really regret. It's just that, the uncertainty of what you're going to, encounter while watching the show. I mean, unfortunately for me, when I got onto the show, I literally wore my heart on my sleeve. And I thought, and according to the brief that I got, is you never know, you could actually forge very good friendships with these women. You could do business. So I was going in with that mentality of, so it's gonna be, we're gonna be kicking, and when I got there, it was the opposite. So yeah, sometimes I really don't know what, because you're not on every episode, or on, people are shooting in different spaces, places. You don't know whether this person is for you or not for you. You don't know, whatever you have said will be, misconstrued to something different. You're not even sure if you're in good terms. When there's an event, you're not even sure if you're going there to fight or to, enjoy. It's just a lot of mixed feelings. So for me, and the anxiety is going to be there for a while, because it's a first for me.
Absolutely.
I've never seen myself on TV.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, okay. Interesting. By the way, please tell us about that, because I think I have an idea, but I'm not so sure. So when somebody freezes their eggs, so you have two options, right? To get maybe a spouse, or also a sperm donor, I think?
Yes.
Oh. Which one would you prefer yourself? You're still getting to that decision.
So because because I'm not with a spouse, so it's going to have to be a donor.
Okay.
Or if I'm with someone, their sperm.
Oh, okay. You're looking at both options.
Yeah, so it's really...
If
if through your process here we find if not, I will have to go to the sperm bank.
Sasa angalia sasa ataenda kwa hospitali. Clemo, unasemaje? Unataka kumencourage vipi?
Usually fanywe tu. Kazi pige.
Ya shule haraka
upesi jamani.
Stop sleeping on your job.
I tell people where to watch the show, and also on how they can follow you on social media.
Okay, so the show is streaming on Showmax, and you can follow me on my social media platform, which is Zena Nyambu, but with an X. That is XENAH, Nyambu. They release episodes every Friday, but say midnight of Thursday, but so yeah, every Friday.
All right.
Yeah, give us grace, give us support. Na mkituona tuko vipi jamani. Mutupende tu.
Aya basi, na DM wacheze sana. Farah.
We need all your support. Follow me at farah.ismail on Instagram. I'm on all the social media platforms. LinkedIn as well on my professional side. So yeah, we need your support every Friday. We need you watching us, supporting us. And yeah, we love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. Tunatakia kila laheri. You can't wait.
Yep.
Kuona this Friday what's going down. Lakini you're not going to be fighting. Zena, wewe. Utapigana.
Why do I look like I'm the one who's fighting? She's the one with the muscle.
I use it as a deterrent.
Which is very true, actually. Farah has was and is still, even outside the show, she still tries. She's one of the people who are they I don't know if she does that with everybody else, but especially with me, she checks up on me at least weekly.
Okay.
She would. So she's that person. And I think she brought in a very... Sasa simngoje muone show. Ila mimi mtu akinipiga atampiga.
Hello.
The scary thing is we say stuff, we're like, we don't know what they said, but I think they're our friends.
Thank you guys for coming through.
Thank you.